In the last episode of this series, we talked about the SonicTuber Gamer Guide, so for now, we're gonna take a look in a different direction of the Sonic community, because we'll be looking at someone who has a completely different style compared to most SonicTubers. This guy is Peter Knetter. He goes by many names though, like Pastor the Natter or Prince of the Knitter. Basically, his fans call him anything but his actual name at this point. Anyway, let's get into this. Peter Knetter definitely has a unique style in his videos. There are little subtleties in the way he edits, which make him stand out, and it's really hard to describe this. I wouldn't say that his editing was over the top, but it is stylistic and it definitely plays a part in Peter's identity as a content creator. I honestly think the way Peter edits and the way he portrays himself in his videos has helped him grow, and while that sounds like an obvious point to make, I think it's more important to actually look into how he grew so fast. If I'm gonna throw my personal thoughts in here, I will say that I started watching Peter back in 2016. I was still using my old channel, and I actually had more subscribers than him. He was on around 17k at the time, and during this period, he was making videos like his What's Up With series, where he mainly talked about things like certain Sonic games or cartoons. The main video which seemed to gather him attention at this time, which is the video that introduced me to his content, was his What's Up With video on Sonic 06. It was a two-part series analysing Sonic 06, where Peter actually defended the game. It was refreshing to see a new opinion on it, besides people constantly saying that Sonic 06 is the worst game of all time. So people started subscribing to him for more of this kind of content about Sonic, and he had a cute little gimmick where Cardboard Silver, his channel's mascot, would offer different opinions to Peter's. That was another unique thing he did, but people slowly realised that they weren't just watching Peter for Sonic content, they were watching him for him. When he introduced new franchises to his What's Up With series, his fans found that they enjoyed hearing him give his thoughts about other things. Slowly Peter drifted away from exclusively Sonic content to other things like eBay shopping or another series where he is trapped in something like a certain app or web browser. He still slips Sonic in here and there, of course, but most of the time you're going to be watching him shop for weird things on eBay or try photoshopping his fans into weird things. Oh yeah, that's something I may as well talk about. His community. His fans. Of course, considering he now has way over 100,000 people subscribed to him, it's difficult to say what all these people are like. With smaller channels like Dylan's or Gamer Guys or most other SonicTubers, they often appeal to certain groups because they're smaller and usually have a personality which doesn't reach out to a lot of people. Peter has such a tame personality and family-friendly sense of humour that he appeals to everyone, including people like my little brother who loves watching his content. Even on his social media like Twitter, he carries himself almost like a professional entertainer, knowing that he probably shouldn't be too political or swear. That's why so many people watch his content, because his persona can't even be considered offensive. Another thing about the community is that Peter, despite having so many subscribers, can still interact with them. I'll admit that even on my old channel, which only hits 50k, I actually struggle to keep close to my audience, yet Peter still does videos involving input from his fans, such as a video he did where he let his Twitter followers control his life for a day. He also does things like ask for his fans to submit photos of themselves so that they can be photoshopped into something else like a character, and the results are often hilarious. I can definitely tell that, despite slowly changing his channel's focus to appeal to a larger audience, he is still holding on to his roots. The Peter I watched with 17k subscribers is no different to the Peter with over 400k. Back then, he still had his same attitude. The only change is his improved editing, even though it was still pretty good back when I first watched him. And of course, he has changed his focus. There are obviously things he doesn't do anymore, like his What's Up With series or his YouTube poops, which also got him quite a lot of attention. He has mentioned that he'd rather do things that feel more fun to him, like videos he'd enjoy making, rather than ones that felt more like a structured chore that required too much effort. And I can respect that. It's hard to give up on things that your fans love you for, but no matter how disappointed people may have felt initially when finding out that some series stopped, they still kept coming back to him because, like I said before, people watch Peter for Peter, not for Sonic. Another thing he used to do, which he doesn't do anymore, is online gaming with his fans, and the reason is pretty obvious as to why he stopped. He's got too many fans now. He did videos playing games like Roblox or Toontown, and this was back when he had around 20k subscribers. These games would crowd out way too much even back then. His Roblox friends list was filled immediately, and I think his Toontown friends list did too. I remember specifically downloading Toontown just to play in his meetup he had a couple of years ago, and guess what? I'm actually in the video.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground!
It was important to me back then, okay? It's honestly amazing to see someone go through such a journey. Peter has stayed as the same person throughout his growth in popularity, and despite changing his content, he maintains the same style and flow. Some of his current series are actually like sequels to his old ones, such as his Trapped In series, which is closely related to his YouTube In series. They're basically the same thing, except the new one isn't as limited to one subject. Just like his whole channel if you think about it. If I were to describe his upload schedule, I'd say that he probably uploads once every 2 weeks. And it's worth it for the kind of content he produces. I personally remember the days when nobody would know his upload schedule. He'd just upload whenever he felt like it, and every single time, all of us OG fans would leave comments like, "Peter's not dead," or "Every time Peter uploads, a miracle happens." Stuff like that. It used to be a really rare occurrence, so honestly, you guys have got it so much better now. Not many people really consider Peter as a SonicTuber anymore, since he doesn't solely focus on Sonic content. His latest videos have consisted of being trapped in browsers, shopping online, and playing through the Spyro Reignited trilogy. But I still consider him a SonicTuber because, again, he hasn't entirely abandoned Sonic and will pretty much reference it whenever he can in his videos. If you want to sit back and watch some Sonic content, then I would recommend Peter's old videos, but I do overall recommend that you watch him anyway, because he's worth it. He's family friendly, he doesn't get into drama, and he's very interactive for someone with his number of subscribers. I must also say that I appreciate how difficult it can be to maintain such a tame persona on the internet nowadays. Most YouTubers, no matter how genuine and nice they are, can't help but swear and talk about serious issues. Obviously, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I'm saying that it's hard to not do that. I've sworn on this channel a good few times, and will no doubt swear in future videos. I've also tackled serious issues like Stan Lee's death or the Vic Mignogna controversy, so for someone with over 400k subscribers to remain so undramatic is almost unbelievable. Again, if you were to ask me for an opinion on this guy, then I'd say go and watch him, even if you're not a Sonic fan. He appeals to so many people and his content is incredibly creative. He's unique and funny. What more can I say to you guys? So now I'm going to stop talking and let you guys decide for yourselves if you'll take my suggestion. If you like this series, then be sure to leave a like, and if you want me to cover other SonicTubers, then give me some suggestions in the comments below. I'll try to cover as many as I can to make this series grow. I'm Lord Danny, signing out.